GMGers and GMGettes, are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's a GMG, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
Yeah, it's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning to you.
Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keep it at a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the issue, and take your friends and them, can and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them mistake, and even the trolls and haters, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you were part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks, and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps,
To ye. Good morning to ye. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Big Phil Speaks. And this is the Good Morning Gang morning show, brought to you by myself. Yeah, baby. And that good GMG, Good Money Gang. Listen. Yes, indeed. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers, GMGettes. It's the first day of the month. It's the first of the month. Listen, it's a new day, a new day, a new day, yeah. It's July 1st, ladies and gentlemen. July 1st, 2026. A new month, another day, another opportunity. And I hope that you're feeling blessed and highly favored, no matter what it is you may be going through, no matter what it is you might be dealing with, no matter what it is you might be facing. What I need from each and every one of you is to go throughout this day and make it the best day ever. You feel me? But while you out here letting strategize, bro, it becomes an even better day than today. That part. Listen, before I go any further, let me give the warning, ladies and gentlemen, the warning. You feel me?
Warning, warning, warning. Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107 allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work for purposes included but not limited to criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture, baby. That part.
Eh? Big up uno self. Wabn blood clad, big up uno self. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. Yeah. Make sure you know what it is. Make sure you know what it is. This is episode 322 of them things. 322 of them things. Spin that. Or should I say, spin that? You hear me? A lot of y'all been singing and humming and harmonizing and twerking and popping it, locking it and dropping it. And some of y'all been bobbing without weaving to it. And some of y'all been doing something strange for some change with multiple entendric meanings. To spin that. We gonna get to that a little bit later. We gonna get to that a little bit later. Some of y'all like, oh, and y'all with the shits and shenanigans. Some of y'all know better and y'all still with it because of them to the mean vibe. It has a catchy hook. But is it really good? When I say good for you, I mean collectively as a community. We're going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about it. As you can see in this thumbnail, I'm priding myself on what I'm doing with these thumbnails. It's a lot going on in here. You got people out partying. You got a DJ with somebody looking sexy and seductive on the big screen. Performing. Are they performing? Spend that? I don't know. Then you got some people buying some hot merchandise or what is perceived to be hot merchandise. Then you got somebody, you know what I'm saying, trying to get in somebody's pockets and get to their money. You got people with the double cup pour up. Then you got people with the liquor bottles. You got all kinds of stuff going on, huh? Peepski said, I've done no more strange. Listen. There's a lot going on, but I pride myself in that. I think I'm going to start making me some T-shirt designs out of some of these joints. I think I am because these are very artistically thought up and done, if I may say so myself. You feel me? Excuse me. Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? It's time for the roll call. Ooh, 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 ooh. Who we got in the building? Allure for sure about the west side, the Yay area. She's in the building. Polo Dolo riding solo from that Kansas City way. Huh? Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby. GMG, sexy sugar mama. She's in the building. Good morning to ye. Who else we got in here? Zola, good morning to ye. That's right. Happy new month, new blessings, beautiful people. That's a fact. The Mundo. Who else? Who else am I missing? Peep Scheme, Wagwan Brethren. GMG. Who else we got in here? I forgot to go live on the good IG. I'm sorry. Rich Hart, what's goody like the mob, huh? Salute. Connie Baptiste. Hey, what's happening? What's popping? Ladies and gentlemen, what's goody like the mob? To my IG folks, I apologize that it started off the way that it's starting off. Over there, we got Montressa T, C Movement. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube, huh? Why don't you? It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. Yeah, me. True Jim is up early. What's goody like the mob? What up, Hub? What up, Love One? From out that good, that Hub City, that good Hub City, the LA way, the Compton way. Let me not disrespect. California love. Good morning to ye. What's upper? See movement. Salute. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got a nice action-packed topic show for you. I already said everyone glorified that song, man. Yeah, no bull, man. We gonna get to it. But I got a nice little show, well-rounded show for you all. Make sure you share this situation and tell the folks to come on over here on the good YouTube and get with us. You feel me? And shout out to those that are watching, tuning in from X, formerly known as Twitter's, Facebook, Twitch, of course, YouTube, and the good IG. Listen, we about to have at it, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to have at it. You feel me? Where do I want to start? Where do we go from here, my love? Do I want to keep it light? No, I think I want to get right to it. Do. Hold on. Let me make sure this is what I want it to be. Oh, Sheila. Yeah, I think I'm going to start this show off with This Bama Here Award. This Bama Here Award. This is a video that's going around, going viral, of this old mayonnaise man from Pinellas, Florida. Pinellas, Florida, who racially profiled these young individuals, these young entrepreneurs, minding their business, trying to drum up some business for their pressure washing and car washing business. And this Bama not only racially profiles them, but backs out the hammer on them. These little individuals. I'm thinking if it would hook him off the jab, because I know I probably would have been able to beat him to the punch before he would have been able to raise that pistol, even though I'm not Superman by a long shot. But enough talking. Y'all check this out, would you? Pinellas, Florida, y'all got your hell. Damn, man.
This Bama here.
If you guys are fucking around, you're fucking around on the wrong street.
Wait till you see how this one ends. So this guy notices these three kids, older high school, younger college-age kids. They're soliciting for their mobile car detailing company. And he goes and confronts them, pulls out a gun.
Like, that's crazy, you know.
Show me your business card.
Oh, you have them right there. So I don't believe this is to be necessary, but I don't appreciate how you came up to me like that. We could have handled it a
Why
little
come
bit
you're all
different.
going door to door? Why you just picking random houses?
Well, because there's some people without cars.
Some people with cars, like some people don't have cars, some people do have cars, and our specific service is cleaning cars, mobile detailing. We take it to them rather than having to go to a shop.
Okay, well, my car's right there. You walk right by me. Why didn't you stop and ask me?
Because we started on the end of the neighborhood, and we're coming around. We're just checking it out.
That's the only reason why I didn't go up to yours either, sir. I was actually just checking out.
A window cleaning
and I was
service.
just checking out the garage.
I can tell you're checking out the homes. I want to know why.
Yes, sir. I understand. I understand why you'd be worried, but we don't have any bad intentions at all, sir. We just wanted to. We're just young kids. We're college kids trying to make money this summer.
Oh, I understand that.
Nothing on our record. If you want to look it up, you got our IDs.
I don't want to look it up.
All right, well,
I can tell you.
Can you please put that away?
If you want to fuck with people,
We're
on
not
the street,
fucking with nobody.
You got the wrong fucking street.
We're not.
You got me?
Yeah, this is in or near Gulfport. Now, as somebody who supports Stand Your Ground, by the way, I think Florida gets it right. It's so crazy because this generation is typically the generation that says, oh, these damn kids, they're on TikTok all day. They're on Xbox. They don't do anything. These guys are trying to go and work and make money. And they get a 9 pulled on them.
Always ready to shoot. Yeah.
If I said he went for assault or aggravated assault because of the weapon, people are like, oh, yeah, I get it. But no, everybody went home. Alekos, who sent me the video, him and his buddies, they own 2 clean whips. Car detailing. He said the cops gave him some crap for not having a permit to solicit, but everybody went home. I'm just saying, is this the precedent now? Like you see 3 people walking around soliciting, so you can go and approach them on property you don't own, pull out a gun, demand their IDs. Man, I can't. I don't think I can get around that.
Everybody starts at 0, and your attitude makes you go up or down.
Yes, sir.
It's real simple. I know it is. It's ready to fucking. It's always ready to shoot.
What the hell is this guy just turned into a motivational speaker?
Everybody starts at 0, and your attitude makes you go up or down.
Come at them youngins like that. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I got a notification about something. Yes, it could have ended very badly, very badly. I'm glad that it didn't, though. I'm glad that it didn't. I'm glad that it ended up being well. I'm glad that it ended up being well and that them young boys was able to get out there with their life. What the hell? What the hell? Sorry about that, y'all. It could have went a number of ways. It could have went a number of ways. Uh, the overzealous neighbor, the kin of the neighborhood, the head of neighborhood watch, or whoever the hell he thought he was or claimed to be, should be in jail right about now. Should be in jail. I don't know Florida's laws when it comes to stuff like that, but being as though there's video footage, he should be in jail. If not for just brandishing a firearm, you could almost say for unlawful detainment, because he wasn't letting them go nowhere. unlawful detainment because he wasn't letting them leave for impersonating a cop, because he was demanding their IDs as if he was law enforcement, and he wasn't. He had the hammer cocked back on the pistol, ready to blow. It's a sad situation in 2026 that has people in the frame of mind, state of mind that they're in. I get it. It's a lot going on these days in these days and times. I get it. There's a lot of unscrupulous people. I get it. Then he got mad. Why you didn't stop at my house? Why did you stop at my house? Are you jealous? Are you a little jealous that the young scrappers didn't stop past your domicile? Or whatever the case may be, the way you acting, you probably was mean mugging them, looking at them crazy. And they be like, man, I'm not going over here to deal with this Bama nugger today. I wanted to keep it pushing. Frank Murphy, DC Mumbo Sauce is in the building. Charlie Hustle, what's goody like the mob? GMG in the place, yes. I'm just saying, like, the audacity of albino, of the albino man. You know what I'm saying? To come out there, and no disrespect to anybody that might be albino or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna change that. Let me do the right thing. We're gonna call him Mayonnaise Man. The audacity of the Mayonnaise Man to think that he has the authority, the lawful right and intent to pull a gun on somebody that's in broad daylight, not moving suspiciously, not moving around creeping, not looking through windows, not creeping in people's backyards, or not doing nothing strange. But the audacity of Mayonnaise Man to pull up on these young entrepreneurs and back the hammer out on them, like, yeah. You would think that maybe that was a drug strip and he was running that thing. What y'all Bama's doing around here? What? Now, when he was looking at that ID, they should have got close enough and just put a hook off the jab right on his chin and made him go night-night. But I get it. They young. They would have known no better. Or they could have got the drop when he was reading the They could have got to that hand where that hammer was, where that Nister was, and unarmed that man. But hey, maybe they did the right thing. And listen, maybe they did the right thing. Maybe they did the right thing. I ain't that damn light. I don't know what y'all talk about. Sexy Sugar Mama says, sorry, not sorry, but stand your ground and stand your ground. Any other rules only seem to work if you're a clear person and not a person of color in Florida. Man, listen. Talk about it, Sexy Sugar Mama. Talk about it. I just feel like I feel bad for them youngins, right? It was two black guys, and the other one was he might have been either white or Latino or whatever the case may be. But they out here trying to earn an honest wager, and the video don't show the man apologizing or asking for understanding in a mature way, like, I apologize for coming off, extra, or but this day and age you can't be too careful, you can't be too cautious, or whatever the case may be. But let me apologize because I see you young brothers are actually out here trying to pursue the American dream the honest way. And that's a power. Des and D super what's up, part of that excuse me, HR team is in the building, huh? He could have did the righteous thing. He could have turned that whole thing around. But now this Bama is going viral. He's going viral for all the wrong reasons. And what's crazy is you have some sick, demented, off individuals saying, yeah, he did the right thing. He did the right thing. Even if, which still wouldn't have been his damn business, even if he would have just approached them to ask them what are they doing in the neighborhood, He didn't have to back out the pistol, even if he had it on standby. Even if he had it on standby under his shirt or whatever the case may be, he didn't have to back the pistol out on him. Pause, no diddy. He didn't have to do that. He could have just merely said, hey, young fellas, you need any help? You know, what's going on? You know, what you doing around here? What you doing today? Even though it still ain't none of his damn business, he could have simply did that. But nah, Mayonnaise Man himself had to act like he's a senior citizen senile version of Charles Bronson. Y'all do your Googles on that, huh? He was wrong for that. Sometimes people should mind their own business that pays them. That part. I don't know how y'all totally feel about it. Some of y'all are speaking up, but some of y'all are quiet on it. But at the end of the day, I feel as though Mayonnaise Man need to be locked up. Or he need to be dealt with. Or people need to be right on that block protesting right in front of his house. And make it, he want to be famous, make that man real famous. Make him real viral. Go down there and protest in front of that man's house. In mass, that is. In mass. Pull up your weight on don't go on his property, stand right out on the front, on the street, right in front of his house. Let him and his neighbors know that whereas we understand safety, security is a necessity in this day and age, it's a way in which you go about doing things. And disrespect is not to be tolerated, nor is racial profiling, nor is you backing out hammers on our young leaders of tomorrow, our young entrepreneurs that's trying to esteem to live the American dream. That ain't supposed to happen. Hell, when I was younger, younger than them, we used to go door to door, neighborhood to neighborhood, whether we was trying to sell the candies or whatever the case may be, the candies, what else we sold? Popcorn for the school fundraiser, whether we was going door to door for UNICEF fundraiser, March of Dime fundraiser. Back in the days, what else we used to do? The Boy Scouts used to have a little fundraiser, all kinds of things. We went door to door. Matter of fact, on top of that, we went door to door when it was time to when the snow was out so we could shovel the front. We went door to door to cut the grass and all these things, trying to earn that money. I couldn't imagine somebody backing out on us because we out here trying to be young entrepreneurs. I can't see it. Frank Murphy said, unfortunately, I have to blame Obama. How? What does Obama got to do with what Trump has instigated? I would love to know the answer to that one. Hell, but I guess people have fallen out of touch with people going through the neighborhoods like that because of this separatist world we living in, where everybody, all the youngins are in the house playing games for the most part, playing video games, where neighbors don't want to really commune with neighbors for the most part in a lot of neighborhoods, where you might be cool with one or two people on your block, but you don't even know the rest of the people on your damn block, let alone your full neighborhood. And what it has done is it's boasted and heightened anxiety. It's boasted and heightened fear. It's boasted and heightened stereotypical prejudices. It's boasted and ushered in a sad era that we thought we left alone long time ago. Southern Breeze was goody like the mob. Mike Witter, Young's World. What's up, Young's World? What's up, Tracy? What's up, homie? I see you. Lulu Pan, Butterflies and Phoenix. Come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you, huh? That's right. We used to go door to door. You talking about rub their feet is brazy. Jesus, black man, what's good? We over on the good YouTube. Come on over. But it's interesting. It's interesting, folks. It's interesting because he rose to the highest position in the world. Now every POC is hated. Person of color is hated even more. Okay, I respect that. I respect that. I respect that, homie. Yeah, and to a certain degree, I do agree with you because when Frumpy Frump ran for office the first time, I said it then. I said what he was doing was some people applauded him for the fact that he was saying certain things and seemingly being upfront with things, but what he was doing was pulling the Band-Aid off of an old wound of racism and bigotry. And what he was doing was taking his little decrepit old finger and putting it with a dirty fingernail and pushing it down in the wound, making it fester, making it bubble up, making it get infected. And what you have is people of a certain mindset. I'm not even going to say race, but of a mindset, feeling emboldened to start saying and doing certain things openly. Dependent. I know that, right? I know that's right, Frank Murphy. I just didn't know where he was going with it, so I just needed you to expound on it, my brother. We good. But yeah, he stuck his dirty, decrepit finger in the wound, stirred it, made it fester, made it get infected. Now what you see here in 2026 from a lot of people are the results of that. They feel like it's our time to stand up and do what the hell we want and say what the hell we want to say. But y'all know the acronym FAFO, FAFO, F around and find out that this is 2026, baby. And in certain areas and places, y'all might get away with certain bullshittery up until this day. But in a lot of places, we not going. Jesus is a black man. Good to see you over here. Europe. It's not safe to go up the doors and sell anything. That's a fact of mundo. It was a story I seen of a young boy who found somebody's wallet, found his wallet with money in the wallet, went up to the man's door to return the wallet, and on ring camera showed that he had the wallet, that the money was still in the wallet. He showed, I ain't even remove a dollar out your wallet, just trying to return it. And the homeowner shot through the door at him. Can you believe that? Shot through the door at him. That's crazy. That's crazy. He would have done the same thing no matter what they had on them, whether they were in a suit or what. He judged them on them being young and of color. I could believe that. I could believe that. None of this is surprising. Why are black people angry? Why are black people confused? Should we not be upset? Should we not be upset Jesus is a black man? Should we think that it's okay, part of the course? Just because things are how they are, does that mean that you're supposed to be cool with it or okay with it? Just because conditions aren't what they should be. That's like saying somebody living in a project housing or tenement or a hood area, and because they got roaches or because there's some mice in there, that they should be cool with it. They should be okay with it. That they shouldn't want better, that they shouldn't want the situation taken care of. Yes, we have a right to be upset. Yes. And being upset should galvanize us to want to do something in a community effort to try our damnedest to make them laws change, make them statutes change, make people change. We should all be upset. There should not be no confusion because it's plain as day. It's written all over their faces. It should not be a situation where we're confused in the least bit. But angry, hell yeah. Fed up, hell yeah. Reinvigorated to want to do something, hell yeah. Reinvigorated to repair the ills and issues of our communities, hell yeah. Yes, indeed. I'm going to pivot a little bit, but I'm going to come back to this topic in a different way later on. I'm going to pivot. Speaking of Florida, we down in Florida yet again. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but it's going viral on these internet streets. I agree with you. I'm working with community leaders locally to reinvent education. I get it, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what we need, more of that. This Florida streamer by the name of Your Rage found out his best friend, not some new internet buddy, not some casual friend that he met like a year or two ago, not some acquaintance or buddy from the hood, but that he found out that his best friend of 25 years, who he's looked out for, who he's given opportunity to, who he's put money in his pocket, who he's let live in his house, has stolen a rack of money from him. Heartbreaking. You can see the anger and you can see the tear, the trail where the tears had left his eyes. You can also see where the young man got a little knots on the side of his head where he done got knotted up. This one here is a sad situation as well as a eye-opening situation as well as something to take heed to. Sometimes it be the ones closest to you. Sometimes it be the ones closest to you. My boy stay in the PJs. If you go in his house, you would not think he stay in the apartment. He changed everything in there. And as people should. Y'all check this video out. It's a damn shame. It's very disheartening, especially in this internet age where a lot of you all are calling people friends without any history of being friends to each other, without building up experiences and memories with each other to call each other friends. But it's even worse when you have. Y'all check this out. Damn it.
Today's the day I found out my best friend of 25 years has been stealing from me. 50 bands minimum, 100. My dog. What? Would he get anything for this nigga, gang? Shit, crazy. Stop moving, my nigga. When you got locked up, who was there for you? You. When you was homeless, who was there for you? You. Whose house have you been living in for a year, gang? Yours, bro. So why the fuck?
You gave me the card, bro. You gave me the card, gang.
And did what? Wait. When did I give you the card? For what? What did I give you the card for?
No, you didn't. I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Gang.
You told me.
You stand right there, bro. I don't want you in nothing. You don't what? I don't want to see you again, gang. Ever again in my life. I swear to God. I see you again, and I will. I'm doing you a fucking favor right now, nigga. I don't ever want to see you again, my nigga. Ever. Get the fuck out. Get on. Dead ass. Get on. I don't want to hear nothing.
Man, could you imagine that? Can you imagine that? The emotion of finding out your best friend. What about your friends? Will they be around? Will they let you down again? What about your friends? Just imagine that. Your friend, your best homie, stealing racks from you. Where that money went? What he do with all that money? Dude, he got a hellified bank account. What he got going on? Dude could have got him locked up. Even worse, dude could have unalived him. I'm glad whoever was filming or whoever edited this situation edited out what he, a couple things that he might have said allegedly. Is that a scale or a real video? Nah, they saying that's real, gang. They got people weighing in on it that know that both of them, that thing is real. You can see the tear trail from out of his eye. You can see the lumps, Jesus, you can see the lumps on the side of his head where they knotted him up. That ain't no, where your rage probably knotted him up. Them ain't no skit knots. Them there's some skip bump knots. He would have to go on a payment plan to pay me back. The Lord said, push him in the pool, man. Push him in the pool. Man. We ain't talking about he just been peeling 100 here, a little 50 piece here. We talking about a 50 thou wow, 100 thou wow. They say they don't even know the limit of how much he done took. And then he sound like the little kid from off of Martin. You gave me the cord. You gave it to me, gang. I just didn't want to go live in Arizona. That's ass nugger. This can't be real because it wouldn't have been that calm. Nah. If you looked at the video, if you paid attention, he had speed knots on the side of his lips and inside his mouth looked might have been a little red a little bit. But yeah, why you giving your card to him? I don't care how long we've been friends. Sometimes you're absolutely right, Des, but sometimes people in his position, because he's a multi-millionaire. Your age is a multi-millionaire from streaming. Sometimes they employ their friends and people to do various positions. Could be an assistant, could be security, could be the blunt roller. It could be a number of things. But you're right though. You can't be too careful. Maybe it was a situation to where he needed something taken care of and he couldn't get to it at the moment, and he asked his best friend to do it. You would think though. Let's be fair. You would think that your best friend ain't the one you're gonna have to worry about stealing your money, going after your woman, doing no crazy things. But sometimes it be the ones next to you that's jealous, envious, miserable, wanting what you got, coveting your success, coveting your money, coveting your woman or the type of women that flock to you, coveting your vehicles, coveting your home, just coveting your whole life. Wow, if it's real, he's lucky to still be standing. That's a fact of Mundo. That's a fact of Mundo. He ain't beat him enough, allegedly. Sometimes people don't think either you can give your card to a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. What I've learned from experience, people employ the wrong cats. That's even more a fact too. That's even more a fact too. That dude was never a true Finn. He was just a leech, man. Charlie Hustle, that's a fact of Mundo. He said it's always the ones closest to you. Man. I would feel so I would be so hurt and so angry at the same time. I would be so hurt. Because this gentleman, this streamer, this young dude, your rage, sound like a brother who put him in position to earn some money, however much or however little, I don't know. But he gave him an opportunity, allowed him to live rent-free in his domicile, in his home. Seemingly has looked out for the brother. Maybe he was looking at the other dude was looking at it as if, man, you gave me pennies on the table. You gave me pennies, man. You should have gave me more money. To which I say you should have went up, get out, and got something. That's what the hell you should have did. Dez bugged out, says, shit, I don't give my card to my wife. You lying. You lying, Dez. D gonna go oops upside your. Give me that card, huh? Nah, that's stupid. That's a fact. Yeah, feeding them well. And again, this brother was not stealing $50, $20, $5, $100. He was, they said, no less than a 50 rack piece. 50 of them things. Good God Almighty. No, at minimum 50 thou wow. I wonder what this brother was doing. Cause he's living up under his roof. Was he building up a nest egg? Was he building up a when I get up out of here, when I leave this from around this knuckle fun? Is that what he was doing? Dr. Tyra, hey, I see you. Stevie 813, I see you. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? Yeah, 50 racks at minimum. That's a lot of money on. And some would say, how the hell did it go so long without you finding out? When you bringing in millions like that, sometimes without the proper accounting or the proper, checking the books, checking your what you got coming in as opposed to what should be coming in, you miss some things. And that's what his best friend, I don't even know his best friend name, to be honest, but we gonna call him best friend. His best friend, I guess he honed in on that, like, oh, he ain't paying attention to all his money coming in, or he not staying on top of it. And maybe he hired a CPA or something. I don't know how he found out, but maybe he hired a CPA to find out what was going on. And maybe they found the those sizable withdrawals or whatever the case may be. Or maybe he sat down one day and went through his card records, his bank records, and actually seen it for himself. Like, hold the hell up. 50 racks? What the hell I spent 50 racks? 100K? I ain't even buy a new whippoorwill. What the hell is going on? I want to know what he has to show for me too, sexy sugar mama, to make it all worth it. To make it all worth it, I want to know what the hell he was doing to make it all worth the while of stealing from your best friend for years. For a while, at least. I ain't going to say years. For a while. And I'm going to say allegedly on everything I'm talking about. However, the way your rage was talking, like, it's proven. It's proven. And he made it bad for the dude. He made it bad for the dude in such a capacity. Like, okay, I ain't gonna play the police games. I ain't gonna get the police on you. Even though I wonder if the police can still pick up the case because of the footage. I don't know. But I'm not gonna call the police on you. I put hands on you, but I'm not gonna do you the way I really want to do you because of the love that I have for your ass. But I'm gonna put this on tape so all the streaming world, the people that I've introduced you to all the people that you've been around will know the truth and not F with you and or hire you or allow you to get no pub or no clout or no pull off of your rage's name and likeness or from the context of networking. His best friend name is stupid. You said at the strip club, man. If that's what he did, oh man. If that's what he did, he is definitely America's stupidest criminal, America's dumbest criminal. If that's what he did, if he went to the strip club with a gang, I get tired of hearing that. Yeah, gang. Yeah, twin. Nigga, if you ain't my blood twin, if you're not my brother, you're not my sister biologically, you are not my twin. If we don't look alike. I remember in junior high school, shout out to Niles Burton, they used to swear we was brothers, almost twins, or whatever the case may be. I think in one of my little video collages of back in the day pictures, I showed me, him, and two other my homies from back in junior high school or whatever. And a lot of people swore up and down we was brothers, and some people would say twins or whatever the case may be. That's different if you look like somebody and you just want to play around with it. Pause. No diddy, but just to be calling some grown men or grown women twin. Hey twin. Hey twin. What's up, twin? That sounds so zestfully unclean to me. But hey, have at it. Are you spending it on some clothes, shoes, or could have stashed it somewhere? He better have had his stash somewhere to make it worth the while of losing the friendship of 25 years, losing your residence where you laid your head at and being embarrassed publicly like that. He better have been stacking some money. Sometimes if you feel real close to someone, you wouldn't think it is them, even though it's right in your face. You want to think the best of them now that no good friend has no one and nothing. That's a fact. Look, Dad says, shit, 12 would have been in my house and on the phone. Jesus Black Man said, call the police. I don't live by street rules. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I feel you can hear it though. He said, man, I don't ever want to see you ever again in life, Slim. If I do, and that's when it went quiet, it got muted for a second. And you could tell by the look on dude's face, like, you gonna say that to me? Yeah, you, Bama. You the one stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from him. Are you brazy? Are you cuckoo for Cocoa Puff? Are you sillier than the average? What the hell is going on? But I'll say this. He learned today. He learned today. Peep said beatings is still great. You feel me? It's different when you look like Albie Shore and Christopher Williams. Them all your twin brothers. Shut your ass up. Listen. It's the mindset. It's the mindset of the day and age and time that we living in, y'all. It's the mindset of the day and age and time that we are indeed living in. The day and age and time that we are indeed living in. Speaking of which, moving on, this next video I ran into, I saw it, pieces of it some years ago, or whatever the case may be. And I think it was filmed in 2009. Not 1939, not 1949, not 1863, 2009. And from some reputable people, I've heard that some of these same areas still exist down in Mississippi and certain areas of the like. And no disrespect to my peoples from the good state of Mississippi. Y'all know, like I know, that there are certain areas and places in your state that ain't right. In 2026, that is. Y'all check this out, would you? I call this the land that time forgot. Or have they? Y'all pay attention.
But we uncovered a present-day plantation. We're concealing the identities of those living on this plantation to protect them from any repercussions.
If you have housing in the city which you move, where you would pay like $70 a month?
Well, as long as it's around where I stay at, yeah, I can do that.
You know, we couldn't get them to say anything about the owners on camera, but they explained to us off camera exactly what was going on, and they said to us if we were able to get them off of the plantation, that they would give us the full story on camera.
They would bring my mother to the house, and when they bring my mother to the house, one of us would have to go with my mother, so the master said. And so this was the particular time that I had to go with my mom. So my mom, and when it came to me, I was sitting there crying because when you don't know what's going on, I was sitting up there crying in this. And so the lady said they coming to me. So the master's wife said to him and the other brothers or whoever they were, and she said, and they was sort of looking, and she said, "Oh no, no, honey, no, no." And she says, she's not even a heifer yet. I didn't learn what that word was till
not even a heifer.
Over in the 70s. And she said, she's not even a heifer yet. She's just a yearling. You can't. But they
is crazy.
gave my mouth and they raped me just like they did my mama. And there I was laying in that pile of blood. A little bit of girl didn't know what to do. And his wife had to clean me up. But that never stopped.
A former slave until the 1960s.
Man, listening to that, it was uber sad. Uptown Jay from around the way, Nelly Nell. I see you in the building. Good morning to ye. Angie, I see you, GMG. Good morning. The sad, it got real dark and real sad, and you know in some areas they talk a little different. Did y'all hear when she said they gave my mouth? They gave my mouth. Y'all know what the hell she mean by that? Y'all know what that, and y'all ain't got to type it out, but do y'all realize what they was saying? She said they gave my mouth and then they R-worded her. Ain't that, oh man, hella wild, hella wild. It's sad and disheartening, but what's even more sad and disheartening, like I said, Cotton Candy. Hey, Kathy. Good morning to ye. GMG. What's even worse is the fact that that footage was being filmed in 2009. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if her assets are in order. Good morning to ye. GMG. Right, Nelly Nell. It's sad. Still calling people saying they living on a plantation in 2009, and from some reputable people down south saying that there's certain areas and certain towns that are still like that in 2026. Can you believe that? You see how the houses were built for people to be living in those huts. I ain't gonna say huts, but those shacks. Even in 2009, can you believe that? That is so sad. It hurts to see and hear that that's still going on in some places because they can't get away from it. Factamundo. There should be some kind of federal squad that goes into those towns and regulates and set everything right. But oh no, of course you're not going to have that. Because they know, the government know that's going on. David got jokes. What's goody like the mob? I'm over on the good YouTube. There's those federal agencies know good and well what's going on. The same way they know that it be drug dealing going on in certain neighborhoods and know where it's coming from and all the things. They know the cities, the towns where this crap is still going down. They know exactly where the Triple K organizations and other hate groups where they are located. They know all the things. They watch and let it play out. What's up, David? Got jokes. What's goody like the mob? Good to see you in the building, young brother. They are part of the problem. That's a fact. A lot of the issues we have that are along racial lines, that are along poverty lines, that are along various lines could be deaded instantaneously by our government. Say what she wants. Hey, how you doing? I'm over on the good YouTube streets. All is well, all is well. Good to see you. Could be deaded ASAP like Rocky, but of course, it's allowed to go on. It's allowed to be what it be. It's allowed to do what it do. Why? Because some things, the way the government looks at things is acceptable losses, casualty of war, population control, population containment, and even more, and even more, and even more. Are you serious? The federal government don't give a damn about us. They're afraid of us because they know we're the majority, not the minority. You're right, sexy Sugar Mama. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But for there to be people living in shacks in 2009, and like I said, from reputable sources in 2026, I get it. You know, you might be in an impoverished neighborhood and the houses might not be the best, or, you know, whatever the case may be, the hood or the neighborhood might not be the best. But to live in shacks and to be openly said to be living on a on an actual plantation that's actually still a plantation. I'm not talking about you living on the grounds of a historical plantation that once was, but to live on the grounds of plantations that actually still exist in 2026 is hard to believe. Hard to believe. And it's a sad situation. But hell, it's the times we living in, right? We too busy talking about where all my scamming at, where all my boozing and being at. We too busy shucking and jiving, coning and swooning to some bullshiggery. Just because it's a catchy tune, just because the beat is litty, just because it make you want to gyrate your hips, just because it makes you want to get up on something or back that thing up on something. James Jones was good. Good morning. I'm over on the good YouTube. We have lost a sense of pride in ourselves in certain areas, in certain places. Not all of us. Not all of us. America itself is losing its power, its greatness, and its mystique due to Frumpy Frump and the things that he's doing, implementing, and the way in which he's going about things. This country that was once touted the melting pot, which we now believe was all a mirage the whole time, is starting to look like something totally different. Say what she wants. What's goody like the mob? Good morning, C. Glad to see you. If y'all not following Says What She Wants, y'all need to be on IG and other places, because she definitely puts on for us as a people and us as brothers, fellas. Yeah. But we too busy shucking and jiving. We too busy partying like it's 1999. We're too busy. Bottom boys, what's goody like the mob? Good to see you. I'm over on the good YouTube. We too busy turning a blind eye, or some people down south got the mindset, oh, that's just how they are over there. We don't pay them no mind. They don't bother us. We don't bother them, until they come along and snatch somebody up and bothers them. Until somebody who's traveling don't know that this is a sundown town, or this is a town with heavy bigoted history, that's pulled over for gas, maybe wants to take a break from driving, maybe wants to get a bite to eat, maybe needs to use the bathroom, drain the lizard, as I like to say, or, got to do a deuce, drop the doo-doo. However, people have turned a blind eye to the things that are actively going on under our noses, whether it's happening on our block, whether it's happening in our neighborhoods, whether it's happening in our state itself. We are our brothers' keepers, our sisters' keepers, our children's keepers. our families keep us, both literally and proverbially. And the fact that it's 2026 and you got people living in shacks along or within a plantation is brazy to me. Some people gonna say, Phil, you bugging, you tripping. Okay, say that. But I'll tell you what, if things go the way they want it to go, you just might well be living on a big ass super industrial technologically advanced plantation. Huh? The way they honing in on jobs, the way they're creating technology that's taking up your jobs. And in this day and age, it's almost any field now that has AI and or actually robotic technology built and or assigned or presently doing the jobs that were once done by us as people. And when I say us as people, I'm not even talking about just as black people, but I'm talking about people in the United States, period. Things about to get real hectic. And on top of it, I'm gonna table this part of the conversation, but on top of it, there's something going on. There's something going on to where the heat is heating up not just our country, but in other places. But it's people on the lookout for like a coast-to-coast heat wave. And I'm trying to think, in all my 53, about to be 54 years of living, have I ever remembered it being a national heat wave across the whole country? Yeah, you had pockets. Yeah, you had places that it was burning up, but the whole country? D-Loke, what's goody like the mob? Good to see you. Y'all check this video out about this heat dome, quote unquote. Or should I say double heat dome as they're calling it, that's either affecting or about to affect or going to affect or on the way to affect us here in the United States. They say it's already happening overseas. Somebody check on Pinky. You know, I got love for Pinky. She's over there in London, in England. Hopefully she's good and staying cool. But y'all check this video out. Really? A double heat dome?
It is now official. If you live in the United States of America, then you need to heed this warning immediately. And why do I say that? Because the NOAA has officially issued an extreme heat warning for the U.S. as a large heat dome builds across the central and eastern U.S. through the July 4th holiday. It basically means that the entire United States of America will have temperatures that average well above 100 degrees in almost every single state. Have a look at the jet stream and how it's forming the heat dome basically around the entire United States. Take a look at the real field temperatures as well, what the heat index is going to make it feel across the U.S. all the way through the July 4th holiday weekend. And forecasters are predicting a double heat dome across the U.S., with one setting up on the West Coast and the other setting up on the East Coast. Both high-pressure systems will trap the heat and humidity in the same place. And basically, this puts over 200 million people in the bullseye for this extreme heat. And this is a warning that everyone should heed right here from the National Weather Service. They warn that increased risk of heat-related illness, and they urge you to prepare now by staying hydrated and limiting your outdoor activity. And as predicted by many, this can and will be a very dangerous situation for many people. So plan ahead and heed this warning. And this is in effect from June 30th all the way through July 4th, with temperatures all across the United States reaching well above 100 degrees. In most cases, the temperature is only going to go down to 80 at night, which gives it a nice launching pad to get up well over 100 during the day. And just to add a couple of footnotes to this extreme heat warning, don't forget to check in on the elderly and those that can't get around like we can. And also, if you're taking your dogs out for a walk, Don't make it a long walk. Bring water and make sure they get back into a cool area quickly. And if you have outdoor cats, try to get a hold of them now and bring their little butts in as well too. And one more note that I think needs to be said because there's so many stories about this. Do not leave children unattended in a hot car. Please. Common sense for all. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Sexy Sugar Mama said that's believable because it started days ago. I have family in different states, and they're all saying this isn't natural where they live. Listen, and overseas, I said I think they had like deaths in the amount of maybe like 130 people, maybe. I can't remember the actual amount, but it was over 100 people that have died in these last few days overseas because of the extreme heat or whatever the case may be. Try to stay hydrated and cool. That's a factor, Mundo. Be careful, though. Be careful. I don't know if this is, because they talk about weather manipulation and all the things. I'm not going down the rabbit's hole. I'm not going into no conspiracy theory. I'm not going off in the Twilight Zone. I'm not doing it. However, it is hella strange. It is hella strange that all these things are going on and they're telling people to stay in the house around the one time of the year where people go outside the most, which is 4th of July. And it's also around the time that they're supposed to be having this 250th celebration, which has a lot of people raising their eyebrows as well. Things that make you go, Things that make you go, But there's been a lot of strange activities and a lot of strange things going on here in the United States of America. I don't know if it's necessarily in your state, but in other states across this country, there's been some strange things, phenomenon and weather and all kinds of things going on. And with the weather being hot and what it is, and you be more apt to receive or take a gift or offering of a bottle of water from somebody. You got to be careful with that because some of these sick bastards will use something like this to disseminate poison, even in the water, in water bottles. Y'all check this out, huh?
Make sure that you check your bottled water before you drink it. And don't just be taking anything from anybody, because I don't want this to happen to you. Watch this video all the way to the end. Y'all share this video and spread the awareness, because everybody need to be aware. I took a friend to Atlanta, and when she got so far in Atlanta, she took an Uber. When she was getting in the Uber, we was laughing, talking with the guy before she left. He asked us, did we want something to drink? Now me, I already knew I wasn't finna drink it, but I took it anyway. And my friend didn't even take any. So I got home late. Thank God that I didn't drink it. When I got in my car this morning, I had the water laying down and it was not open, but I felt the bottle was kind of wet. And y'all is not gonna believe this. I'm gonna walk over here in the light so y'all can see this. Check this out. Look at this. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Holes poked in the bottle of water.
You can see it there.
They damn near tried to kill somebody. That's insane. I really need y'all to share this message. It's sad out here. It's sad. Y'all stay prayed up.
Be careful. Be mindful, ladies and gentlemen. There's some sick-hearted, sick-minded individuals that don't mean you no good. With the uptick of people coming up missing, with actual trafficking going on and all the things, be careful. Specifically our women and children, but men too, because men are coming up missing too, fellas. Don't think that you brolic and too big for somebody to you know what I'm saying, come get you or render you incapacitated to whereas you can't defend yourself. It's a lot going on out here in the world. There's a lot going on out here in the world. But I'm going to pivot for a second. I'm going to take a pause for the cause. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time in the making. Coming soon, the city pull up. The infamous, the talked about, the doubted, the everybody and they mama and them want to tell me what it should be about. But the city pull up is coming to a city and state near you. Will you come outside and holler at your boy? Will you come outside and, you know what I'm saying, get on camera with me, or just, put a hug around, put an arm around me and hug me. Pause. No, fellas, no diddy. Take a picture or something. Will you come outside with me? Are you scared to come outside? It's going up. Coming soon. The dates to which I'll be moving around will be coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. But y'all check out my little promo if y'all ain't seen it on IG yet.
City to city. City to city.
City to city, town to town. Big Phil Speaks is coming through and it's going down. Pulling up on the scene to find out what's going on, ain't no mystery. Pulling up in your city to get to know the people, the culture, the history. Rolling around like tides, where will he stop? Coast to coast and state to state. He might just end up on your block. City to city. The pull up is real. When you see me, get with me, get with me. City to city, city to city to city. The pull up is real. When you see me, get with me.
Heal it up, wheel it up, bring it back, come rewind. Heal it up, wheel it up, bring it back, come rewind. One more time, one more again. For those that are in the back.
City to city. City to city.
City to city, town to town. Big Phil Speaks is coming through and it's going down. Pulling up on the scene to find out what's going on, ain't no mystery. Pulling up in your city to get to know the people, the culture, the history. Rolling around like tides, where will he stop? Coast to coast and state to state. He might just end up on your block. City to city. The pull up is real. When you see me, get with me, get with me.
City to city, city to city to city.
The pull up is real. When you see me,
get with me.
Haha, Angie, you want to hear me sing it? I might sing it one day for you. I might sing it for you one day. It's early in the morning right now. I got my Barry White on at the moment. I got to, you know what I'm saying, get some little lemon juice or something, pause. You know what I'm saying? Catch me about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I got you. Phil, you driving or you have a driver? A little of both. A little of both, Dez. A little of both. We gonna make it happen, baby. Make it happen, Captain. Yeah. We about to have at it out here. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, sexy sugar mama. For those that got businesses, there's sponsorship capabilities and opportunities available, both off camera and to the opportunity to get on camera, to promote your business and or service or whatever the case may be, holler at me, DM me on the good IG streets at Big Phil Speaks. But please be serious. Please be serious. Don't just come to be nosy. Don't just come to be nosy. But yeah, there are sponsorship opportunities available for those that are businessmen and businesswomen, entrepreneurs, go-getters and hustlerettes. You feel me? The lady singing in the beginning sounds familiar. No, they don't. No, they don't. You tried it, Des. Phil Barry White coming to a city near you, ladies and gentlemen. Damn it. Des, you bugged out. But yeah, I'm coming to a city and state near you. Y'all, if you would do me the favor and give the post some love, give the reel some love on IG. On IG, not here, on IG. I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know what cities, what states you think I should be pulling up on, huh? Some of them will be your regulars, you know, the ones you're familiar with. And a couple of them might not be as familiar to you as you would think or whatever the case may be. But do me a favor. It ain't gonna cost you nothing but a couple minutes of your time. Like hit the reel on IG and show us some love and let me know where should Big Phil Speaks be pulling up to for the city to city pull up. You feel me? And again, it is not a food tour for those simple-minded individuals who think that it would be. But it's gonna be a dope experience, and I look forward to seeing some of y'all as I move around like ties, like the songs say, and as I always say, you feel me? I plan on getting out here and communing with the weeples, with the peoples. But anyway, let me double back on what I was talking about and the title of the show. This is episode 322 to those just tuning in. Do me a favor for those that are listening in, whether it's here on YouTube, over on X, formerly known as Twitter, IG, Facebook, or Twitch. Whether it's you listening now or you see this on a replay, do your boy a favor, hit that thumbs up, boop, up. More importantly, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, boop, up. While you at it, have at it, hit that notification bell, something like this. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drops. What? Never Feel the Love Fridays drop. What? Never the Tap In with Big Phil Speaks drop. What? Anything else that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel, you be amongst the first to know. You feel me? Listen, but yeah, this episode is 322 of them things. Spin that. Spin that. The culture and what's being marketed and promoted to us is not only division, it's decisive, it's divisive, it's demeaning, it's demoralizing. And I want to know, do you feel like it's a proper representation of us as a people, us as a culture? And are we willing to put our morals, values aside to not only dance to the track, because the track is hot, but to sing the infectious hook as it is sung? Yes, there's so many other words she could have said, and the track would have still been hot. It would still been dope. It would still been fire. But to be promoting scammer culture, boosting culture, which is thievery, or any other demeaning, demoralizing, illegal, immoral situation and or occupation, and have it to be promoted by a machine into the ears, in the hearts, and the minds of the masses, should within itself speak to you. Should within itself speak to you. Some of you don't care. Some of y'all don't even care about what's going on in your own house. Some of y'all don't even care what's going on with yourselves, let alone what's going on with your community or your people in general, or the country itself. However, I want y'all to pay attention to this video. Shout out to Nikki Gilbert. Shout out to Nikki Gilbert, who is of that brownstone fame, who is of the R&B diva franchise fame, who's actually about to be doing the R&B Divas New York edition. And even our Jonesy, Miss Jones. Miss Jones, Miss Jones, Miss Jones. She's involved with the R&B Divas New York edition or whatever the case may be. Shout out to Miss Jones. But y'all pay attention to Nikki Gilbert and what she got to say about this current trend or whatever the case may be.
You guys support artists, support real music, support real creatives. Because, baby, the two things that we have to compete with, AI is one of them. And the other thing is ratchet ass, ghetto ass, low vibrational ass music and songs. I'm sick of them. Do I think that one song is going to turn somebody into a criminal? Absolutely not. And we're going to acknowledge music will heal you, it will inspire you. But when songs start streaming billions and billions of time, it becomes a part of our cultural conversation, right? It's not just shaping fashion and language and cultural identity. It's actually teaching people how to treat us. Music influences our emotions. Yeah. Music influences our cultural identity. Yeah. Music and social norms, right? Our attitudes and behaviors about things. Why is it that when we start talking about songs like Spin That, all of a sudden, suddenly, we taking it too seriously. We doing too much. We being too much of an auntie. I don't want to believe that as a culture, we about to start boosting and scamming. But it's already something that plagues our communities. It's already a lot of kids who don't have parents in the household because they locked up. It's a lot of young women out there and young men out there who got locked up for stealing some shit, didn't have the bail money or ability to get out of jail, and ended up getting in trouble while they were there. And now they got to spend the rest of their lives in prison. I just think that there's a lot more. Not that everything has to be kumbaya. And again, it's art. But Carisha has a very successful record. She's going to reap the benefits of the record. So if there's a criticism connected to it, then, got to take that too. And I get it, because honestly, I don't think that there are enough of us who care enough to really make an impact on whether or not that kind of music and those kind of songs and for God's sake, See Dolores Tucker went all the way to the Capitol, y'all. And they told that lady to get up out of here, gave her a parental advisory sticker that don't even exist anymore. And, that was that. So if you go to the highest court in the land and they say they don't care, i.e. what I had to do with my case, then what else do you do? Maybe occasionally get on live and share with people who'll listen and who get it that, it's not okay. But then, then you ostracize and alienate yourself for something that the whole world is going to be bopping to, whether you are or not. So it feels a little futile to even talk about it, but I'm just a real one. And I just have to say, I'm not buying into the hype because everybody else is. Never have, never will.
You feel me? She said, I'm just a real one. And sometimes it takes for real ones to speak up and speak out and not go par the course. Notorious. Good morning, gang. Des, when I come to the Bronx, I'm going to be a couple places in space. I'm definitely going to be up on Fordham. It's going to be a couple spots and places I'm going to be in the Bronx when I do come up that way. That's a fact of Mundo. But yeah, she definitely speaking facts. And she did it in an eloquent way. She did it in an articulate way. She didn't do it with any no malice or bitterness in her voice or tone. And I hope that what she said registers and hit home for some of y'all. Some of y'all not going to care. Some of y'all be like, bump that. I'm going to groove to that. Spin that. Hey. Word up. One leg up on your sofa twerking. You know what I'm saying? And there's a time and place. Understand, there's a time and place for the twerking and all those things. There's a time and place to cut loose. There's a time and place to be grown and as salacious as you want to be legally. You feel me? There's a time and place for that. But there's also a time and place, especially with everything else going on, that we don't just rest and abide within the bullshiggery. Balance. I'm always one talking about balance. There needs to be balance. There needs to be more balance in the things that we entertain, the things that we read about, the things that we ingest visually, orally, audioly within our ears. I know that's not a word, but hey, have at it. There needs to be balance. We need to feed our minds with some substance. I can go into the whole biblical backstory on who the devil was, is, and what music could be in a great way or what music could be in an evil way. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But all those black brothers and sisters were singing that song on BET. Exactly. Exactly, Des and D. Exactly. And that's where it becomes even more horrifying and whatnot, because people, most people, specifically our young people, but even the adults, operate off perception a lot of times. Go along on the bandwagoning type of mindset. If so and so say it's cool, then it's cool. If this one is doing it, then I could do it too. If this one is green lighting it, then it gotta be okay. Whether it be doing drugs, whether it be boosting, whether it be scamming, whether it be gang banging, whether it be drug dealing, whether it be anything. Whether it be anything. When you have our cultural icons, some legends, but cultural icons, the people that people put on pedestals, the people that we look up to in entertainment, in sports and rapping and singing and acting and all the things, even some of our business leaders singing this stupid ass song as is. What do you think it's going to do for the average Joe and Joanna? What you think it's going to do for little JoJo and little Joquisha? What you think it's going to do for them? It sets a precedence that mind state is cool. It sets a precedence that that's okay. It sets a precedence that that's how we should be getting down with it. I missed it. Why can't we sing Spin That Ish? Because of the overall, good question, Notorious. Because of the overall damage that it possibly can do to us as a community. The overall mental, how can I put it? The way that we absorb things, especially our youngins, absorb things, especially with social media being what it is and so visual and so present and so popular and so in a lot of lives necessary or mandatory to be on and or around or a part of. Things like this start to resonate in your mind because again, I'm not no hater. The song is a nice song. They got a nice beat. The hook is infectious. You'll find yourself singing it whether you like the song, agree with the song, or not. Till you catch yourself like, hold up, I know I ain't just singing. You'll find yourself singing it. And in doing so, you're helping to perpetuate stereotypes. You're helping to perpetuate the mindset of those that get caught up in the system. Like Nikki Gilbert said, there's people that no longer are coming home who went to jail for as little as stealing, but couldn't bond out, and certain things happened and or took place, and they either had to do things or were involved with things that ran their time up, and they're no longer coming home. The bounce news was goody like the mob. And at some point, we got to take accountability for it. Especially us considered as old heads, OGs, big homies, big mamas, auntie, uncles, all the things. We have to take responsibility for what's going on what's allowed, what's tolerated, what's promoted, what's perpetuated within our communities and even outside our communities. We have to take the blame for it. We got to take up the steering wheel and control the vehicle and get it back right on the right road that it needs to go on. Because again, we're living in funny times where there's enough going on from the enemy on the outside. And I'm not speaking towards any set race, but the enemy. The Bible speaks about it being a spiritual war, not one of flesh, which is a deeper conversation that we'll have one day. But there's so much going on outside of our communities. We damn sure don't want to be complicit inside our communities. We damn sure shouldn't want to be complicit or complacent with what's going on, what's being projected, what's being promoted, what we allow ourselves to hone in on. Like I said, it's a time and place, even is a time and place to cut loose, is a time and place for all the things. And I probably wouldn't have as much of an issue with this song if it was solely for adults. If it was solely the ability to listen to it was solely from adults, because you got your own mindset. You know what's right and wrong. If you choose to jump out there and be a scammer or a booster or any other things, drug dealer, whatever the case may be, that's on you, right? But it's our children, our youth, our young adults, our teenagers that are very, very, very impressionable and susceptible to take up the mantle, to start boosting and to start scamming and do all these things, right? But there's always going to be a song out that is stereotypical and frowned upon. True, Notorious, but does that mean that we should be supporting it? Does it mean that we should be supporting it? Phil, you should do a remix of the song. Huh? Might not be a bad idea, Daz. Might not be a bad idea. Because I know we were singing shit we shouldn't have. That's a fact, Notorious. That's a fact. And as we get older, Notorious, the songs are getting more and more explicit. They're getting more and more uncensored. They're getting more and more in your face. They're getting more and more outrageous. They're getting more and more evil. They're getting more and more a lot of things. But you're right. There were songs when we were coming up that people frowned upon. You're right about that. Hell, there were songs that were out when my mother was young that people frowned upon. But at least in a lot of instances, there was a veil over it, or there was a air of mystery. Some of the songs that we just finding out today, what they truly meant, and got our mouths paused, dropping, and all the things here in 2025, 2026, etc. When we finding out the meaning of certain songs and things, we like, oh damn! And I was singing that because it even though it was what it was or was about what it was about, there still was an air of mystery to it. This day and age, they basically, and they play it on radio stations and all that most times without even beeping certain things out. And it's not that it's going out just to us as adults, but it's going out to our kids. Notorious said, where all my shiggity figgity people at? That's funny. Sabrina C in the place to be. I see you. The crazy part is they're being played on the radio. It's no longer just available at your leisure. On the way to school, elementary school kids are hearing this stuff. That's the problem right there, Nelly Nail. Let me put that comment right back up. That's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We had Brother Lynch hung Season of Sickness. And I'm glad you brought that up, Charlie Hustle, which is indeed true. But look at his story. Look at his story, Charlie Hustle, and how that ended up. He talked about a lot of street activity, dark activity and whatnot, and he ended up getting high off of PCP. And we know the rest of that story. And if y'all don't know the story, look up, Google Brother, B-R-O-T-H-A, Lynch, Hung, H-U-N-G, pause, no Diddy, fellas, and find out about his story if you have not heard about it. It's a sad story indeed. A brother with a lot of promise and a lot of talent. All gone. All gone. Why? Because he was indulging in extracurricular activities with drugs, and it turned into real heinous situation. K. McCall, I see you on the IG streets. I see you. Rich Wilson, what's goody like the mob? I see you. Millie Jackson definitely has some freaky music. That's a fact of mundo. But peep scheme, most of your parents hid them records. Most of your parents hid them records. The Red Fox records, Mom's Mabley records, the explicit records that were out, whether it was music or comedy or whatever, they put those up. They put those away. Most parents, not all, but most. In this day and age, all of it's in your face. All of it's in your face. And like Nikki Gilbert said, not every child has a stable home, whether it's a two-parent home or even a single-parent home. Some children don't have a stable home. Some people's mothers and fathers ain't right, let alone teaching their kids right. In some households, the kids are basically raising themselves, or left to their own vices or the vices that they see on social media. And in some instances, parents are now grabbing their phones and encouraging the effery of what kids emulating that they seen on these internet streets. People are seeing it. People are doing it. People are living it, unfortunately. And again, I'm not a hater in the least bit. Get to your money and get to your coin. And again, if it was marketed, promoted, and or the ability to listen to it was solely for adults, then I probably wouldn't say too much of nothing, right? Because as adults, most of y'all, some of y'all, you, but most of y'all got the mental wherewithal to know the difference between songs and reality. But our children are highly impressionable, especially now with the fact that a lot of them are experimenting with and or hooked on, dabbling in hallucinogenic, psychotropic drugs that we would have never dealt with as youngins. That's a fact. That's a fact, Dad. You right. Now that was somebody else, not brother. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Brother Lynch Hung. I'm sorry. Charlie Hustle, you're right. You're right, Charlie Hustle. Please forgive me. Brother Lynch Hung, please forgive me. No, but Brother Lynch Hung spent a lot of time in jail for criminal activity as well. No, the brother I'm speaking of is Lurch. I'm sorry. Yes, I mixed up the two individuals. Let me correct that ASAP like Rocky. The situation I was talking about a little bit earlier was not about Brother Lynch Hung. It was about a rapper by the name of Lurch, or whatever the case may be. Do your Googles on Lurch, Lurch, the rapper Lurch, and learn his story of what he was into. Brother Lynch Hung, like many of us, got involved with gang life and activities and drug dealing and all that. And he, had to deal with the circumstances and repercussions dealing with that. Glad to see that the brother's happily married now and doing well. Thank you, Charlie Hustle. I appreciate that. I misspoke. Adina Howard, yeah, she was explicit. My song is Teacher and the Man in Dome. That's the way I like it. Waiting on you. Still trying to get somebody to walk in the room to that song. You feel me? Ooh, no Diddy, fellas. Lil Kim, she was out there too. Lickle Kim, yeah. Joe Torres, yeah. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Was singing that with my "Don't Stop" with my full chest. Like I said, there's always been some stories. That's a fact. Cable Cole's story was hella crazy. There's always something. There's songs, right? We're not gonna clear the air of everything, but when songs have the magnitude to shape the masses, and it's gonna be cool when it deals with us. The powers that be ain't gonna have a problem with it until they start seeing more of their people scamming, boosting, and doing the things. Just like with drug activities. A lot of times they ain't got a problem with it when it's in our communities. Matter of fact, the conspiracy is that they, ushered it in. They have a problem with it when it reaches suburban exclusive neighborhoods and they're well-to-do children or rich children start doing stupid ish and getting cases that they can't get up off of them and getting involved and or strung out and or ODing and or caught up in activities that have besmirched or tarnished the family name and all the things, and they get to leaning on the politicians that they personally know, who start leaning on Congress and Senate to do something about it, who start leaning on the president to start speaking about it. That's when they care about the things. But spend that, they're not gonna care about that. They're not gonna care about that. And the effed up part, yeah, right, Lurch. The effed up part is we go along to get along. We go along to get along. We don't stop to think for a minute like, okay, is this conducive to the positive upbringing of our youngins? Is this conducive to have us looked at in a stereotypical way for other cultures? Other cultures are fed propaganda, which I can almost guarantee will have this song in a couple of the videos that are spread as propaganda in other countries. And that's why certain cultures that ain't never stepped on U.S. soil, that have probably never interacted with African-American or Black individuals in a day in their life, feel a way about us from things that they've seen and heard purposely presented to them about us. I can guarantee that this song is going to be attached to clips and footages of us doing some dumb shit and put out there for other cultures and races to see, which keeps us divided as the human race divided. They telling kids to take pills and lean in their song. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, we had, gag banging. Yeah, we had drug dealing. Yeah, we had, salacious activities. But we were not singing and or trying to get our kids hooked on drugs. We were not trying to. It wasn't even cool for drug dealers to get high. Now your average drug dealer is high. Your average drug dealer is dealing drugs no matter how much money they making or not, and high off their own supply or something else just as bad. Trick Daddy had him out here with the eater boot. Yeah, true. Yeah, peeps get put it in your mouth. When I was growing up, my mom was listening to songs trying to get some bun. What? I remember being in the house parties, laying on the floor with girls straddling us, dancing. These kids having facts. That's facts. Now, listen, I'm not gonna say we wasn't off the hook in certain capacities, Charlie Hustle. We definitely was, because them basement parties, them house parties, ooh. But our parents damn sure wasn't condoning it though. Even though we might have been wilder to a certain degree, Charlie Hustle, our parents wasn't condoning the ish. If our parents caught us slow dancing, grinding, whining, or doing other things in these parties, what you think would have happened, Charlie Hustle? They wouldn't have stood there with no phone like, ooh, yeah, get it, girl. Oh, yeah, show them, son, show them. That wasn't going to happen. Notorious, that wasn't going to happen. Mike 313, what up, though? Of course, Mike 313, there been drug dealers getting high, but it damn sure wasn't promoted. And matter of fact, it was frowned upon in open settings for drug dealers, gangbangers, all the people of a certain lifestyle to indulge in getting high. And I ain't talking about marijuana neither. I'm talking about from the cocaines, the cracks, the heroin, the speed, the meth, the you name it. Even down to people doing the shrooms and all that was frowned upon at the time. That was frowned upon at the time. Every song on the radio was knocking boots, reminded me of my Jeep while drinking gin and juice in the hood. True. Frank Matthews was even a cokehead. Allegedly. But even those songs that you mentioned, Charlie Hustle, had an air of mystery to them. You knew what they were talking about, but they wasn't outright saying it. Now you know, you got songs that are saying what you call it? What's the song? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Do 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 do. Anyway, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. Trying to close this one window and it won't close. Uh-oh. There we go. Let me go back here. There we go. There we go. I was having I was trying to change a screen, couldn't do it for whatever reason. What it say? Easy way to spot someone who did drugs was when they would touch it bare hands. That was a strong. That's not necessarily true, Mike 313, because at times I used to deal with the rocks with bare hands or whatever. That's not true, and I never indulged. Oppie, what's good? And we had the music videos, which was a big thing too, and they were a heavy influence on the culture as well. Yes, but even with those, you had the what's it, the BT After Dark? You had times and moments to where certain videos had to be played. Now in this day and age, everything is played all day, every day. You got social media outlets like X that's allowing PORN to be seen openly on the site, even though it's against the terms of service. Even though it's against the terms of service, you got straight PORN videos on X. On top of that, even on IG and other outlets, you got people dressed so scantily, you know, where you can see the areolas and nipples right through the damn through the shirts or whatever the case may be. You and all the other aspects of the body. And again, I'm not condemning. Let me rephrase that. I'm not hating on individuals and the way in which they want to do their artistry. What I am saying is we, the consumers, are the reason why they continue to do the shit that they do. Just my opinion. I think the kids these days are less mature and easily. They all seem to follow a trend. No one has a mind of their own unless it's those kids that are heavily monitored. That's the problem right there, Nelly Nell. That's the problem right there. That's the problem. Phil, you sampled it once. Keep it with nope, never. Never. I just got it turned off. 313. Oppie, what's goody like the mob? Good to see you, my brother. That's because everything is at your fingertips. All they have to do is type it in. That's a fact, Notorious. And that's what should be the problem, Notorious. That's what should be the problem. Now, if it was an adult-only social media site or adult-only outlet or adult-only channel or adult-only radio station where there were measures put in place where only the adults could partake of it, that's one story. But when you got your elementary school kids singing the songs and gyrating their hips and twerking and all the little things or whatever the case may be, in this day and age where there's so many mental cases and perverts out here, man, please. Ain't nobody touching. Not H. Not H bare hands. Hell nah. Definitely not that Mike 313. Nah, I was talking about the Rizox. Hell nah. You look, hey Mike, you'd have been a fool. You'd have been a fool touching it. Bare hands. If you wasn't a junkie, you would have became one. That's a fact of mundo. And some say, Phil, you getting old, Phil. Phil, you getting old, my brother. That's right. But when they was singing that, Mike, they was making fun of the individuals because being a crackhead was not the end thing to do. Being a crackhead was not it. Kids was singing, "Your mama's on the crack rock." That's a fact. That song went viral on the video jukebox on the box. Remember the box, the call up TV show where you dialed 900 and requested the videos or whatever, and you ran your people's phone bill up, requesting videos and or credit cards. Remember that? They say the drug and alcohol use is down with this generation of youngsters. They not outside. Like, nah, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Charlie Hustle, I doubt that. Now, it might be contained a little bit more or not out in certain places, not out in people's faces like it was because everybody was outside. But with the uptick of people ODing off of Fenty lace drugs, whether it be K2 Spice, whether it be weed, whether it be coke, whether it be any of the things, that's not down. That is definitely not down. My thing is this. Let me give y'all the full picture so y'all can see what's going on this. It just goes to show how can I put it? How desensitized we've come throughout the years and how uncaring we've come throughout the years and how unaware we've become throughout the years and how tolerable we've become throughout the years. The drug of choice is different, but they still doing drugs. That's a fact. Nazir Fontaine was goody like the mob. You was a good sport the other day with push up. Man, listen. Look, my turn coming 3-1-3. Shit, they high as giraffe Punani out here leaning like a 57 Chevy with hydraulics. That's a fact of mundo. It ain't on the decline, unfortunately. It need to be on the decline. It need to be on the decline, but it damn sure ain't. And you would think especially with youngins, right? You would think when one of their friends succumb to it that they would stay away from it. But you got people that didn't even get high, starting to get high just because some other of their friends are cool with it. And it's like, nah, he just had or she just had got their hands on some counterfeit or some bootleg, but this the real deal. And you see how I be chilling. Yeah, you could do it too. And people fall right in line with the bullshiggery. People fall right in line with the bullshiggery. Chujo's Clips, Amina, what's goody like the mob? Rhea, y'all come on over to the good the YouTube streets. Forgive me. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers, GMGettes, we need to do better. Just like the crime scene tape says, it's time to change our priorities. And our priorities should include inclusiveness, togetherness, community, uplifting each other, changing the narratives, not going along with the stereotypical thoughts of us, not allowing other cultures and communities to come into our communities and bastardize us as a people and our neighborhoods. To hold people with the powers that control the laws and codes and statutes, hold them accountable. To make sure that law enforcement is doing what the hell it technically was put out here openly for, to protect and serve our communities. To make sure that we hold ourselves accountable in our communities to our own bullshiggery. To hold ourselves accountable to our own bullshiggery and not turn a blind eye to all the things. For those that don't know, this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, part of the Big Phil Speaks brand channel and network, or whatever you want to call it. If you want to show support, you can do a super chat or super sticker or gift, or you can do so by showing some love by this first QR code, which is buy me a coffee. You can buy me a coffee of 10 of them, or you can hit the QR code for PayPal, or you can hit the QR code for Zelle, or you can Apple Pay me at bigphilspeaks@gmail.com and or Zelle me at that same email address. You don't have to, but yeah, if you want to support the movement, Big Phil Speaks and GMG as a conglomerate and movement, feel free to do so. And I'm gonna play this promo one more time because it's new. There's people in here that wasn't in here earlier, and I want y'all to see what's coming on.
City to city. City to city.
City to city, town to town. Big Phil Speaks is coming through and it's going down. Pulling up on the scene to find out what's going on, ain't no mystery. Pulling up in your city to get to know the people, the culture, the history. Rolling around like tides, where will he stop? Coast to coast and state to state. He might just end up on your block. City to city. The pull up is real. When you see me, get with me, get with me. City to city, city to city to city. The pull up is real. When you see me, get with me.
City to city, ooh wee. Listen, we coming outside this. You silly. Like I said, I got technicians coming to check out the internet to see what's going on with that, because they can't see, for whatever reason, they can't see what the issue is on their end. And or they said it might be the equipment or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we gonna take care of that, Dez. We gonna take care so I can be back on camera looking crazy for y'all. You feel me? But on that note, ooh, they gonna hate. If they was hating on me before, like the song says, they really gonna be hating me now, huh? They really gonna be hating me now. You might have to make that a single. Damn it, Jim. Appreciate that, Charlie Hustle. Yeah, we on it. What they thought wasn't gonna happen, gonna definitely happen. You feel me? But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers, GMGettes, smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. Last but not least, I'm not anti-you, but I'm pro-me with an emphasis on building we. Let that marinate on your mind like on your melon. To the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, guess what? I'm going to have at it. You have at it. I'm going to holler. Come on, Phil. You're a musician. You were supposed to sing and just keep the background vocals. Mike 313, you really don't know my capabilities, my brother. But have at it. Y'all be blessed. It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. You feel me?
We're one big happy family. We're one big happy family.
That's the fact, Nelly Nail. That's the fact. I have to make that happen.
Hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil speech.
Y'all be blessed. Y'all be blessed and have a wonderful day. Don't let nobody or nothing tell you what you can be or stop you or deter you from what you should be. Walk with purpose. Keep walking, huh? It's at the beginning of the show, Dez. It's at the beginning of the show, the intro. But y'all live in your purpose and have a wonderful day. It's the 1st of July, 2026. Y'all have at it. You hear me? Love is love. I see y'all on these internet streets, and so very soon when I pull up to your city, your state. You feel me? I'm up out of here. Have at it. Yay.